Jesus, the man, not the myth, the legend. Hello and welcome back to the Croak and Crow podcast. I am Spencer Cartier, but you already know that.
I am Kaleidoscope.
And this here is Frank, looking casual, got his hat on. Some people are afraid of his shiny head, but you know what? He got a little insecure when we told him. We said, hey, Frank, can you come with a hat today? And he said, okay, this one time, but he's proud of his.
He doesn't disappoint when
he's proud of his haircut.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah, wait, he's wearing a hat today and I'm not.
Ooh.
Change up. That's because he's wearing the hat I was going to wear.
You can still wear it.
Nope. It's Frank's today.
Okay.
What's up, guys? How have you been? How are you? Did you check out the earlier podcasts on Colorado and the story of Job?
Wednesday and Thursday.
Those were the days.
They're still up.
Not for long. Catch them while they're hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of the week. It's Friday.
Friday.
It's Friday. Ooh. This week has flown by.
Flown by Friday.
I guess because I flew in.
Fly by Friday.
I flew in at the beginning of the week.
You flew towards Friday.
I flew towards Friday. I got 2 hours closer. I've been still feeling the 2-hour jet lag.
Feeling Friday.
Okay.
Anytime you say an F word, I'll say Friday.
I'll say an F word. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah, guys, it's the end of the week. Time to get your party on. Restrictions are lifting. Get out there.
If you're careful.
If you're fully vaccinated. If you're not fully vaccinated, go get vaccinated.
They're offering it everywhere in America. Everywhere easily now. Walk-ins.
Hot take. You want a hot take?
Okay.
On a spiritual podcast?
Yeah.
What would Jesus say about vaccinations?
Get vaccinated.
Why? Keep going.
When in a pandemic, act like you're in a pandemic.
So you're saying, some people might condemn you for this, that you're saying Jesus would tell his followers to get vaccinated?
Well, he told them to pay taxes because they had to pay Caesar because they lived in Caesar's town. So we have to get vaccinated because we live on earth where we're affecting other people. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think it would be more loving than that. I don't know if it's exactly the tax. I like where your head's at. I don't know if it's a tax scenario, but I feel like if everything Jesus told us about helping the other person, even to the fault, like even to what's the word when you're affected?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, you're not saying like give up your life for your brother, that line, are you?
No, I'm just saying like even things that have nothing to do with doing something good, of like how many times should you turn the other cheek? But it was all about doing whatever you can to help the neighbor and to not be selfish. And so I think if there was if just a chance, isn't that Braveheart?
You be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance.
Whatever. To help other people live long spiritual lives, then we should do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
It's a blessing if you're offered it and take it. And there are so many people now who have done it before you and they're okay. So you can
I'm okay. I got it months ago?
March.
I'm waiting for my superpowers or my third arm or something.
Right.
But
it's just a regular vaccine and we feel great.
We feel great. I've been in very social situations since then.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my friends got COVID, just boom, from my first social situation, COVID, very sick, 2 weeks. They're like, can't smell for 4 months.
Wow.
Now me, I stayed in and then got vaccinated and started partying like it's 1999. Started going to Colorado, went to Florida, took a lot of trips. No COVID. It's right there in the numbers.
Yeah.
But this ain't the COVID podcast.
No.
We probably just got shadow banned for this episode.
Probably.
For talking about it so much.
Can't talk about it on the internet.
Can't talk about it on the internet. Well, it's Freedom of Speech Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I can talk about whatever I want on my podcast. It's right there in the name, my name. It's not. but it might as well
Your face
be.
is all over it. I think I would have a hard time stealing it away from you in court.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't like doing the thumbnails.
No.
That's not me. Guys, I'm not vain. I'm a little vain. It's something
No.
it's something I'm working on, but if you wonder why does all the thumbnails have Spencer's face on it? Is he like, I know he's like basically a model. But no, it's because of circumstance. In the very beginning, if you look at the first 3 episodes,
Please don't.
I said, we'll do one thumbnail of me, one thumbnail of you,
Right,
back and forth,
right.
back and forth. And it slowly transitioned. And by slowly, I meant by like 4th episode to, how about I do the, behind the scenes and you do
Listen, I know I have my fans. Love you. But supply and demand, you're oversaturated. And no.
So you were waiting. Like,
Yeah.
all these podcasts, you're like, yeah, you can have these. And then there's
Yeah.
going to be like one podcast.
Yeah.
They can be like, I'll take this thumbnail.
Maybe. I don't know. I like you on the thumbnails.
Thanks. I like me on the thumbnails. That's where my vanity comes in. Once, like, it wasn't up to me, but once it was like, Spencer, you're gonna be on the thumbnails, I'm like, okay, I guess it'll all
You
be my
insist.
face. But guys, it's Friday. It is fill in the blank Friday. That's the F word for it that we have come to terms with.
Mm-hmm.
And so you keep trying
The
to.
YouTube approved.
The YouTube approved fill in the blank Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And what it means is nothing. It means the fill in the blank means it's basically No Name Friday.
Yeah. We don't know what
but
we're doing.
it's always fun.
But we're here saying hello,
Here saying hello.
keeping in contact,
Keeping in contact.
keeping active.
Keeping active. Yeah.
So whatever happens, happens.
Whatever happens, happens. Any fun weekend plans?
No.
Moving on. No, that's
Do you?
all right. What?
Do you?
I always have fun weekend plans. Me and Frank are going to go hit the town.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I don't want to, but Frank's dragging me out. He's trying to meet ladies. He's fully he has a shirt that says "Single and ready to fully vaccinated mingle."
What? I don't know what that was. You're going crazy. This is Mr. Bill.
Looks like me.
This
I should have worn red.
is Mr. Bill. And Mr.
He's
Bill.
not going to become a permanent part of the show, right?
Did you hear what he said?
It's kind of horrifying.
He says, "Oh no!"
Why? Let me say. Why did he say that?
Okay, so for the younger people, who don't know Mr. Bill was a character from Saturday Night Live when I was little, and he was Clay, and you can still see him on YouTube in old clips, and so Mr. Bill. It's like a parody. So you would think it was going to be like, like Gumby.
Yeah.
It's his name, right? Gumby, not Gumbo.
Gumby.
Yeah.
Gumbo's a dish.
And so you think it's nice and you'll go like, oh, like this, I forget really how it went, but it was like, oh, Mr. Bill is doing whatever. Things always end up badly for him. I think it's because of a pair of hands come down.
You should always wait at least an hour before swimming. And you should always have a buddy in case something goes wrong.
You're right, Mr. Bill. In fact, your buddy today is a swimming champ.
Really?
So let's hook you two up.
Oh, no, he can't swim. No, wait, don't do that. No, wait, I can't. I just ate, though. No, wait, no.
But it like the first time it happened, everyone was like, what? It was like, so it was on Saturday Night Live, but it was pre-recorded. So
Yeah.
he gets like hit by a truck. He looks like Flat Stanley, actually. He gets mushed by things. It looks like he's whispering sweet nothings in his ear.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
I forget really, but I know it always ends poorly. So Mr. Bill, he's so cute and he's so nice and everything. And it always ends up with him screaming, "Oh no!" Because he's getting hurt. And people absolutely loved it. It was one of those things that caught on, like,
Yeah.
and everyone would do Mr. Bill. And he was I don't even want to say the underdog because I feel like the underdogs win, right?
Yeah.
This guy would just always be messed up. People loved him. And so you don't know him. Easy to look up. Look it up. It might not have aged well and it's so dumb, or it might be like it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I was wondering why people loved it so much back then. Like, obviously it was unexpected humor.
Yeah.
Because we were used to like Sesame Street and maybe that's why. Because like Sesame Street, I believe, came out in 70, and he might have come out like in the mid 70s.
Okay.
So maybe we were like really being conditioned to
like, look at this cute little guy.
yeah, hello Muppets, hello children, and this was like, hello Mr. Bill, and then really shocking.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to laugh because he's clay.
It's Clay. No children were harmed in the making of Mr. Bill.
And I don't know. I've never read anything about it, but maybe it made a turn in comedy of laughing, being able to laugh at stuff like that. I mean, I know there was what's this really famous like old timey where you hit each other over the head with frying pans and stuff.
The Three Stooges?
Yeah, like whatever that is called.
Like slapstick?
Yeah, like that. I know that existed, but like I don't know, because we were talking, I think yesterday or the day before, about Christian meme review. Religion doesn't really get to be funny.
Yeah.
And where is that line of like, that's not funny.
You crossed the line.
But like, it seems like those things strike us funny. Like, I don't know why.
Well, yeah, no, I think definitely. And especially with like, I don't know about like the edgy things of like you cross the line, but with a Mr. Bill, like you said, now I feel like we have so many anti-jokes and like all these things.
Yeah, definitely. It took,
we've oversaturated it. But at the time where it was like, there was a very clear distinction between, okay, this is household nice little cartoons.
Right.
And then you have your late night stand-up guys who they might say a raunchy joke.
Right. But the children are asleep. Yeah.
Yeah, but then to do a little crossover where you're so used to seeing Elmo, like, okay, hi
Right.
Elmo. And then it's Mr. Bill who gets ran over by a bulldozer.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God.
right. So that's just Mr. Bill.
That's just Mr. Bill. Permanent part of the show.
Mr. Bill. I don't think Frank will stand for that. He's pretty tolerant, but
Yeah. It's like when you see the little dogs like barking at the German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd's just sort of standing there.
he's very we're giving off very American colors. There you go.
There we go, Mr. Bill.
Very American.
Kind of have him locked up a little bit. Looks like Samson.
He's used. Oh yeah.
He doesn't have his hair. As soon as his hair grows back, he's pulling this whole podcast studio down.
He's used to calamity befalling him, so don't worry about it. So, Funny Friday.
Funny Friday.
That was just a little history of some sort of comedy. And now it's over. But yeah, I have nothing.
You have nothing to talk about? Really? Oh, wow. Guys, this is a forgot to pick a topic Friday.
Forgotten Friday.
Yeah, well, that stinks because I'm still jet lagged.
You're jet lagged.
So we can talk about... Okay, I'm channeling the Holy Spirit right now. Everyone watch this real time.
Okay.
We are going to talk about comedy.
Okay. And you know what I just realized too? That it is it is the day of the month where you celebrate your birthday day.
Ah, it's June 11th. We didn't even say the date. It's June 11th.
Yeah.
The first of the mini birthdays.
After the actual.
Major birthday resets the clock.
Okay.
June 11th is the first day where I can say happy monthly birthday, Spencer.
Right.
So I guess
Celebrate.
Mr. Bill is my present today.
Yeah. I meant that. That's, again, rewind. It's your birthday Friday. Here's your present.
All right, guys. We are talking about comedy today. We mentioned it a little earlier when we were talking about Christian memes. We said it's kind of weird. Religion is a serious topic. Comedy is obviously the opposite of seriousness. Where does the funny line? Where is the funny line drawn?
Right.
In religion.
Right.
Oh, and this is our opinion because some people say, do not make a joke about my religion.
Right.
Other people have whole Netflix specials based around joking about religions.
Right.
And so my question I pose to the class is, where is that line, and is there a line? And
go ahead.
And even not in a spiritual sense. Is comedy good? Is it like some people say you're not being serious enough about this topic? Other people say joking is people's mechanism to help them get over things,
Yes.
to bring a smile where there normally would be none.
Right. I will talk about Christianity
Okay, I'll talk about.
because I don't dare talk about anyone else's.
Hey, it's a spiritual podcast. We're gonna stick to talking about from a Christian perspective.
Right.
The only perspective we know is our own.
Right. So I'm not going, whatever I say, I'm referring to Christianity and not about anyone else's religion.
Yes.
But I know that naturally comedy is a comfort. We talked about comfort yesterday. No, consolation. That is funny. I feel that even in Job's life, there were probably some, when things are just so terrible and like you laugh.
You just laugh at it.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
So I think it's a natural comfort.
Yeah.
I think the most serious topics,
Mm-hmm.
the comedy is there automatically,
Yeah.
So to ignore it when everyone else is seeing it, but you're all ignoring it, why? The emperor's new clothes.
Yeah.
I also never think about life like we talked about. You said OnlyFans. What will God do to you if you have an OnlyFans? Or what will God do to you if you make a joke about the apostles? Or, my personal opinion, nothing. And comedy helps humans.
Yes. Yeah. I think you can make a joke while still being serious about a subject. So I'm not even going to say you shouldn't. There's time to joke and there's a time to not. I think you can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, comedy is a comfort, and you can be in prayer and crack a joke.
Yes.
And it doesn't. Now I got to start over.
Right.
Now here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you. So there's you guys that are saying, no, what are you talking about? It's a serious topic. I'm going to bring up Jesus.
Okay.
I'm going to bring up Jesus. I want to get angry, preacher.
You haven't
I haven't brought
you
it
haven't
out
been a
in a
preacher.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a long time.
I know. It's hard, because I feel like these preachers, they know what they're going to say.
Yeah, I think
and
so
then,
too.
And then they can say it with emphasis.
I think
I'm not saying they don't ad lib at all, but like when I'm just speaking off the cuff, how am I going to start speaking I'm going to tell y'all something. It's like, I don't even know what I'm going to say yet.
I don't think that they may have practiced it, but I think it's more that they've heard it and heard it and heard it and heard it. And so they're able to bring it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Jesus said,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm saying, and wait, Jesus, did he say this?
Right,
Did he say
right.
that?
Yeah.
Jesus, the man, not the myth, the legend. He told us to be like children.
Yes.
And children, they're part of their innocence. It's not, you only learn how to crack jokes when you become a defiled old person. It's one of the first things you learn is laughter.
Right.
And fun. And kids will you do a little peekaboo and they start laughing.
Yes,
That's funny.
Yes.
Whoa, look at that. And it's you serious adults that say, this is not time to laugh.
Right.
This is not a joking matter. But pure innocence is joy.
Yeah.
And what laughter is, what humor is joy.
Right.
And so and it's why people use humor and comedy in dark situations.
Yes.
Because it's a tiny bit of joy in a dark place.
Right.
In a bad place. So for you to, in your high and mighty righteous, on your pedestal to claim,
yeah,
this is not a time to laugh.
Right.
I'm sorry. Did Jesus not give us this joy in our hearts? When someone tries to make people laugh, it's not, let me get them away from the Lord. It's let me put a little happiness into your life.
Right.
Now, if you're like me and you say God is love and anything that you do based around love is through him, well, then wouldn't comedy fall into that?
It would.
I don't know who I'm arguing with, but
they know.
They know. You know.
It brings me to mind of which I never get these people's names right.
Okay.
But it's a couple, a married couple in the Bible. She was too old to have a baby. They named the baby Laughter.
Abraham and Sarah?
Was that it? And the
I think
baby's Isaac or Isaiah?
Isaac?
Isaac maybe?
Yeah.
It means laughter. When you read that, I've heard it a million times, and if the story's wrong, just figure out the one I'm talking about.
Just figure it out.
Figure it out Friday, okay?
Figure it out Friday.
I work on Wednesday and Thursday. This is Figure It Out Friday. When I've heard it before, and then it's like, oh, it makes sense. You know, this old woman, she gets pregnant, and she names the baby Laughter. But imagine some people then and now would say, Laughter, you should be so grateful. You should be down on your knees. This is not anything to laugh about. His name should be, you know.
Wait, but it wasn't that the point?
What?
I thought he was named Laughter because they laughed at the idea.
That's what I'm saying. And it's blessed. I think God told them to name him that or something. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not funny because it was God's plan and he made a wish come true and he set this person up to be, you know, someone who would lead spiritually for all time.
Yeah. So
why was it called Laughter? Like, I'm guessing because laughter is still a blessing. It's still wonderful. And you can be struck funny, even though they were struck. I think the husband was struck mute. But to be struck funny, like that strikes me funny that I would have a baby at this age, I think is another vote for things are funny. You can laugh.
I think that'd actually be a counterpoint.
Why?
I don't know.
Tell me.
I'm just not getting really your point. Like, it's kind of like, I always thought it was sort of oh, so you're laughing. Okay. Well, name your baby Laughter when it does come because I said it.
You feel like God said that sarcastically?
Not sarcastically.
I thought it was like, how funny. This old couple who cannot have a child is going to have a child.
I thought it was like you laughed at my.
Are we keeping this in or are we cutting it?
Keep it in.
All right. Vote why
Vote.
the baby was named Laughter.
Why
was it? Go ahead. Or was it? These old people, all the just like when Mary was pregnant without ever being with Joseph, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had all the neighbors like ... Same thing. What? How could these old people have kids? I don't know.
Okay. Hey, you know what? The comments will decide.
I also think that laughter keeps things alive.
Okay.
So if things are off limits, don't make a joke about the Last Supper. Don't make a joke about Jesus. You know, in any form. Don't make a joke about all the Christian memes. Aren't we putting them in a dusty old box and in a shelf and locking it?
Yeah. No, that's what I said about the Christian memes. I was like, some of the reasons why a lot of them aren't funny is because, generalizing here, but people who are very educated in the Bible aren't, the young people who know how to use Reddit and are funny
references
young and funny pop culture and all that. And the people who are like that are like, I'm not going to, they don't venture into that world of conservatism. Right. But if they did, imagine how many great memes there would be. And like these memes aren't these are pro-Christian. It's not bashing Christian. It's and so I think it definitely would. But yeah, there's such a whoa. You're crossing the line there. It's like, what line? Right. Because, and who's saying this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like back to my children analogy, because I don't get mad if Jesus said,
I get even.
if God said, don't make jokes about anything, I'd get it. Yeah. I'd understand. Yeah. But it's these people. So back to the children analogy. Children laugh. Mm-hmm. That's all they do. Jesus said, be like children. And so it's more of the people, though, the people that say, you can't joke about that. You can't joke about that. No, in a religious context, we're all children of God, yeah. And so it's these two kids in the sandbox. Right. And one is joyous and laughing and being like a child, being like the child that they are. And the other child is there. You can't laugh about that. That kid stinks.
Yeah. But he's also not acting naturally.
He's not.
He's repeating what he was conditioned to repeat.
He's actually trying to act like an adult. Right. Quit acting like an adult. Act like a kid once in a while. That's in the Bible. It doesn't say don't laugh. It does say act like a kid.
I think it's part of our natural being, and to suppress it is not healthy.
Yeah, and in a good way. Like this, you can talk about instinctual things of like anger and stuff that are in us. But but
it's a good coping mechanism,
Yeah, but I think it equates to happiness. You're never laughing, and you can be sad and laugh, but
right.
It's that laughing isn't part of the sadness.
Right.
It's a piece of joy.
Right.
And
it's the best medicine.
It's the best medicine.
Scientifically proven. Not better than.
Yeah, don't get your chemo treatments. Just laugh a little. Go to a comedy show.
I don't mean
don't do that.
I don't mean it overtakes everything, but it is scientifically proven that you get benefits from it.
Yes.
From laughter. So I think it's okay to joke about spirituality, religion, souls, heaven, and all of these things without being punished.
So now we've been talking very broadly. To finish up the show, let's see if we can push it to a point where we're not just like, yeah, you can laugh about anything. I let anyone joke about anything as long as they're across the board. If you joke about everything, you're not really attacking anything. Okay. Now, as a Christian, you're making jokes. Where do you draw the line of saying this is disrespect? This joke was disrespectful. It was distasteful in a spiritual setting. We're not saying that. Oh yeah, Jesus would want us to joke about.
I myself, I love comedy. I don't laugh at everything at all. Things people think are funny, I don't. Yeah. YouTube videos and so forth. And I'm going to have to say that if it's funny, I don't feel that there's a foreign Last Supper show on Netflix that I think is really funny. Yeah. And I think they even made a part 2 where Jesus ended up gay. Yeah. People got very upset and scared, and that's like the first one's maybe some had a little edgy. Some people, the second one was like, okay, now but you're pushing it. I didn't even care about the second one. Were there parts in it that I didn't think were funny? Yes, same as any show I watch ever. None of it did I say I needed to protest them or cancel my Netflix subscription or anything like that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna agree. I think the line is drawn where it is funny, and I think it goes as a point once again to make it doesn't waver. Like when it is in the name of being funny, it doesn't waver your faith. Right. No. Like, as soon as you feel like someone's attack, like there's some memes that they're not funny, and I just feel, and you just know that the person's just attacking Christianity. They were just using it as a method to get a little dig across, and that's never good. No. And it's never good, but it's also not funny. It's not funny. It's like you're looking at it, and it's like, okay, but yeah, I think really, and I think that is, I mean, as long as I feel like you have a clear internal line of what is funny. Yeah. So if you find, puppies getting kicked funny, then I'd reevaluate what you find funny before you say what is. He's our father. Yeah. God our Father. We're his children. Your father went in the hospital 2 weeks ago. He's out and everything. But we had a group chat and we were making jokes, okay, in the group chat. In between, oh, how is he? What's the update? Yeah. Da, 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 da. But then there were jokes going back and forth of this group chat. And somebody was like, oh, like, do you think that's okay? And of course it is. Yeah. We were worried. And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? You make a joke. We love him. We were looking out for him and everything. Even if something had gone horribly wrong and say he didn't make it, which it would have been, he wouldn't, it was an appendix, so it was fine. But I'm just saying, you still don't feel guilty that we were making jokes. And so anyway, he's your father. Yeah. God's my father. Yeah, interesting. It's not mean-spirited. Yeah, think of it the other way around, right? Like we were saying, kids up. Think of it as, some of you guys are parents out there. If your kid is joking around, but you know they love you. Like, right. you know they love you, but like, and you also, it's very clear that they're joking around and it might even be funny. It's never... You don't get a whooping for cracking a joke, a good humor joke that when you have you'll never get a whooping, but from an all loving father, it's all love, especially when you know that they love you. Right. So don't feel guilty about making jokes. Don't feel guilty about making jokes. And again, let's not. It's not about bullying. It's not about doing things like, you know, you just
At
said.
someone's expense.
At someone's expense, or using it as like, it was a joke.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking regular, real jokes that
Someone jokes.
that pop up, or it strikes you, like I said, strikes you funny. Laugh. Mr. Bill, you see him get eaten by a dog. It's funny. It's a little break in your serious life.
Your serious life. But that has been Funny Friday. Woo! Ha ha ha. All right, guys, go laugh a little. Spend the weekend laughing. Spend the weekend cracking jokes. Actually, go make some r/Christian memes.
Yeah.
Go to Reddit. Make a Christian meme. Google how to make a meme and do it so that I can review it on Sunday.
Yeah, that's
So,
a good challenge.
Yeah. Live, laugh, love, peace.
Mr. Bill. He doesn't want it to be over.